In 153 years ago, the Suez Canal, with a total length of about 164 kilometers, was officially opened, and world trade has undergone earth-shaking changes as a result. As the most direct sea transportation channel between Europe and Asia, the Suez Canal has carried about 1.4 million ships in 1.5 centuries, with an average of 51.5 ships passing here every day, one of the busy shipping lanes. As of 2021, the total cargo volume of the Suez Canal has exceeded 25.5 billion tons, generating more than $150 billion in revenue for Egypt. But now Egypt wants to use the canal to solve the current problem in the project plan to save the Suez Canal. Egypt directly excluded the United States, hoping to hand over the $4.5 billion worth of projects to China for completion. So how will the $4.5 billion Suez Canal project be completed? Why did Egypt directly exclude the United States as a partner, as one of the most important canals in the world? The Suez Canal has played a very important role in world trade. However, with the rapid development of the world shipping industry, there will be more maritime trade cooperation among countries. According to the current carrying capacity of Suez Canal, it will be difficult to meet the shipping needs of countries all over the world in the future. If there is a serious accident in the Suez Canal, it will also bring great losses to Egypt, and it will also have a serious impact on global trade and transportation. In 2021, a cargo ship named Chansey unfortunately ran aground while passing through the Suez Canal because the cargo ship transported was very huge. The entire canal was directly blocked in just 6 days. More than 400 freighters were unable to pass through the canal. In addition, most of the freighters traveling on the canal on this road are transporting oil exported from the Middle East to Western Europe. So when the canal was blocked, the price of oil in many countries began to rise sharply. Some professionals have calculated that after the Suez Canal is blocked, it will cause a loss of $9.6 billion a day, and an average of $400 million will be lost in 1 hour. This has had a great impact on Egypt and other countries, and Egypt has taken a lot of responsibility for it. Through this cargo ship grounding accident, Egypt also discovered that there are many problems in the Suez Canal. For example, the channel width of the canal is narrow, and the infrastructure on both sides of the river is also very backward, and Suez Canal has a very important position in the whole world, and freighters from various countries basically pass here. To avoid similar accidents in the future, Egypt must solve these problems of Suez Canal. Therefore, the Egyptian state plans to invest about $4.5 billion to save the Suez Canal in the future. The plan includes widening the river and upgrading some outdated infrastructure. Only in this way can the canal meet the greater demand of world shipping in the future. But it is a pity that Egypt's technology in upgrading canals is not mature, and their country has no relevant experience in upgrading canals. Under such circumstances, Egypt can only hand over the task of upgrading the Suez Canal to other countries. At present, among the countries in the world, the United States and China are the countries most capable of upgrading the canal. This also means that Egypt is likely to choose a partner between China and the United States. But from the current situation, we can find that the Egyptians are not at ease to allow the Americans to upgrade the Suez Canal. Why is this? I believe everyone knows that the United States once built the Panama Canal, which is famous all over the world. Today, the Panama Canal has become an important waterway connecting the Atlantic Ocean and the Pacific Ocean, and it is also known as the Golden Waterway. In the past so many years, the Panama Canal has always maintained a normal operation state, and there have been no serious problems, such as grounding. If other factors are not considered, the United States obviously has a greater cooperation advantage with Egypt, because the United States not only has the successful experience of the Panama Canal, but also has relatively mature technology for upgrading and building. So if it is just to upgrade the Suez Canal, the technical team in the United States will definitely be able to do it. Handy, but Egypt is not worried about these problems since the Panama Canal was built by the Americans. The canal has been under the control of the United States for a century. The United States will even have a permanent monopoly on operating the canal, which has led to the people of Panama who have been fighting to regain the sovereignty of the canal. Until then, from the perspective of the United States, the Panama Canal has a very important position for all countries in the world. Almost every country's maritime trade flows through the Panama Canal. So when the United States took control of the Panama Canal, they adopted a variety of methods to earn extra profits from it. For example, when the United States cooperates with some Western countries, they will specifically increase the charging items, which has also caused dissatisfaction in other countries. In addition, the United States will also put forward some unequal additional conditions at the most exaggerated time. The United States will also interfere in the internal affairs of other countries through the Panama Canal. It is for this reason that some countries have caused sovereignty issues to be violated by the United States. Against this background, Egypt is very afraid that similar incidents will happen to its own country. Therefore, after comprehensive consider action, Egypt is not willing to hand over Suez Canal to the United States, and China may become the only partner. So what advantages does China have over Egypt? First of all, in recent years, the relationship between China and Egypt has become very close, and the achievements of cooperation between the two countries have also become more prominent. Basically, every important exchange between the two countries will strengthen the field of cooperation in the future. The new Cairo capital project, which Egypt is now proud of, was built with the help of Chinese companies. The landmark building of the new Cairo capital project, the CBD Tower, is now known as the tallest building in Africa. However, when the project was built, there were still many problems and challenges as the capital of Egypt. Cairo has a population of more than 20 million. In addition, it is an out-and-out ancient city. If you want to build a new Cairo city, it will undoubtedly be very difficult to break the limit of population pressure without causing any damage during construction. But China has not flinched from these difficulties. After careful thinking, China has successfully completed the construction of the new Cairo project with a speed and quality that have been recognized by the world. In addition, thousands of Chinese working in the Egyptian country are also very friendly and have never caused other troubles to Egypt with such a good impression. Egypt will naturally trust China even more from its heart. Therefore, under comprehensive consideration, Egypt is likely to allow China's infrastructure team to be responsible for the Suez Canal upgrade project. For Egypt, Suez Canal is the key to their future destiny. The former Suez Canal has brought huge benefits to Egypt, and at the same time it has also improved Egypt's status in the world. Now Egypt is willing to spend $4.5 billion to upgrade the Suez Canal more perfectly. Such an important Suez Canal rescue plan cannot allow any mistakes. Of course, regardless of whether Egypt will eventually choose to cooperate with China on this project, it cannot affect the current relationship between the two countries in other fields. Egypt has also become inseparable from China. I believe that the future development of the two countries will also go in a better direction. Write in comments, what do you think about this project? Also, click on these videos to watch about other amazing projects.